So, Edwige, how are you feeling today?
Today? Oh, don't ask me today. I have a cold. I'm not feeling so well.
Oh no. How long have you been carrying this cold?
I don't know. It's a bit on and off because the weather is changing, and the station where I'm playing is very very hot, and then I get up and it's really cold and and then I feel fine, and then I go in the underground and take the tube, and then people sneezing next to me and.
That's the London way, isn't it?
That's the London way.
In the underground in winter, it's hot, cold.
Yeah.
Cold outside, hot inside. You're constantly changing.
And when you're fine, you're next to somebody who has a cold, and then So yeah, I'm used to that. I'm used to having. As long as it doesn't affect my voice, that's fine. But it just makes you cold, makes you feel tired. So it's not. I don't like to. I like to be to my best. I don't like to feel.
Yes, a cold takes away the energy, doesn't it?
It's like this morning. I just hardly could get up.
Or did you have to force yourself out the door? Were you just like, I'd quite like to just stay in bed?
Yeah. It's warm, nice.
Now, you've mentioned two things. You've mentioned the fact that your voice is important. You've mentioned playing, and you've mentioned the underground. They're all connected. Just explain to us how they're connected.
So, underground, the voice, and the other one?
The playing your guitar.
Playing. Well, yeah, because, I'm a singer. I mean, I define myself as a good singer. I've been blessed with a voice and the ability to write songs. And I feel that the song I play and sing has something in them that to reach people. I'm not singing like the type of song you hear on the radio. I don't know how you felt when you heard me, but it's different. People say it's different. So just to cut in there, excuse me, just to explain, the reason why we're talking is I went past you in the tube, you were singing a song I liked, and I stopped and we had a little chat, and you said it's one of my songs. So you don't play cover songs, you only play your own songs as a busker. Yeah, I only play my own songs because I feel, it's really personal, but I feel I'm here not just as an entertainer. I'm here to convey something, and which through my songs, which to me are inspired. So I like to offer that to people, and that's why it's important that I should feel at my best and my voice is good, and absolutely have the energy, because it takes a lot of energy to sing there. I don't sing with a mic.
Why not?
Because, two reasons. One, in this tunnel, the sound is very good. The acoustic is very good. And I think that the mic sometimes takes away the quality, where the just acoustic, actually give the whole range of it. And also because we are not allowed to have there are three reasons. The second one is where I play, where you heard me, we are not allowed to have amplification because it's too narrow. Oh, that's a rule? Yeah, it's a rule because it's too narrow. So if you go in other places, even in the station where it's very wide, people have all amplification because otherwise they wouldn't be heard.
Got you. So now I know from a friend of mine who is a busker on the tube that there are certain rules. It's changed over the years. How long have you been busking on the tube?
I've been busking since I've been a busker in practically all my life because.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because as a teenager I started to write songs. I didn't think I was any good at all, and like when you go to parties or anything, and you have a guitar, people will say sing. So I did, and the reaction, my songs, and I didn't think anybody would pay attention. But the reaction I had, especially from a young couple, was sitting. The guy was literally from sitting from the sofa. He fell on on the floor and say, sing that song again.
Oh, what a wonderful reaction. So this is right back when you're young.
Yeah.
And you get this amazing reaction from someone who says, that was incredible.
That was sort of the in a way, the first time I played, I would say in public, you know. And
How old were you then at that point?
I started to write songs at 14, 15.
Okay.
I was studying, but you see, you have to start even early on.
Okay, let's go earlier.
All right. I was about 5 years old. Something changed in my life. I remember exactly the moment I was, in my parents' house, and I was walking towards a room, and I knew at that moment, I wouldn't say it was a voice telling me, but I just knew that I was here to do something different. But I had no idea what it was. And at that moment, after that, all I wanted was the truth. That's young.
This is very profound for a 5-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. But I had no idea what the truth was because I didn't believe in religion. I didn't believe in God because God was religion. So I was aware of things that people around me were not aware, So it was, but I did not know I was right. So it was very awkward for me because I thought, at some point I was thinking, I like to be like everybody else,
Of course, because when you're a child, you want to fit in and be normal.
But
in
at the same
marks.
time, I didn't, and I just accepted that I didn't. But the people accepted me in a way because I had some quality they liked. If you want, I was sort of funny, and so I could be friends with whomever I wanted to be friends. For example, in the class, you always have the group of these sort of elite, the girls,
The cool kids.
Yeah.
So this specialness, this thought that you had, this profound thought, which made you feel different, did you keep it to yourself? Did you share it with your parents, with your friends, or was it just your thing?
No, it's not that I did not know what it was. I just knew, okay, that I see things differently. That's the way I saw things. So I look at my parents differently,
From that moment on.
Yeah, but at that point, it's not that I didn't like them or love them. I did, but I saw them also as they were. It's like they are parents. They love them, but they're also people.
Well, we're usually quite old when we start thinking like that, so it's extraordinary that you thought this when you were young.
And I was singing all the time to a point where my family used to say, we don't want to hear you. We don't want to hear you.
Quiet.
So I
Pipe
think
down.
for years, until I was a teenager, I sort of did stop singing because I didn't think it was good, or I didn't want to import. So I didn't even think I could sing. Until one day I remember that day, I was in my room and I sang, and suddenly I hear, but I can sing.
So this was another kind of moment of revelation in your life where you're like,
sing.
I can sing.
I can, and my voice is good. So, I didn't think my voice was good, but I can sing. And at that moment, it was my personal thing because they don't appreciate. So I never told anybody around me I was singing.
So you had this great reception when you were younger as a teenager when you performed, and the man fell on the floor and said, play that again, and so you thought there is something here. You're now a busker on the Tube in London. Fill us in for the journey from those early performances to where you are now. Have you been lots of different kinds of musician? Have you always performed in public? The performance element must be something you enjoy if that's what you do now.
Yeah, but it's, for example, every time I have to sing in public, busking is different. If you're not perfect, but every time I have to sing in public, it's terrible before, I think
As in you don't enjoy the
even
coming up
though,
to the busking? You were nervous?
No. Yeah, like when I have a performance, not when I go busking.
Okay.
When I have a performance, listen, I have to play in a gig. I'm so nervous before. And I heard actually that Pavarotti, he had the same thing before going on stage. So I cannot be anyone. But it's something, it's not rational. You can't help it because, people come and they have expectation when they come to hear you. And you want to be the best. And for me it's very important that I should be my best. I don't like to do something wrong. I mean, not just as a singer, but as a person. I'm trying to be the best person I can be. So when I don't reach that level, or when I don't offer the best, I don't feel good.
But nobody can get it right perfectly every time, so there always has to be lots of different levels of achievement.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? And we have to be less hard on ourselves sometimes and go, you know what, that's good enough.
It's like I say, well, that's what I can do now.
There's no more gas to read. There's no more heavy rain. I look to you if you just call my name. You're never far away. It's you I belong to. I am wherever it's with you. The night won't scare me out.
Now, I'm going to make an assumption here that you have more than one country in your background because of your name. There's a bit of an accent there. Have you lived in different countries?
Yeah, I wasn't born here, but I never liked the place where I was born.
Okay. Are you gonna tell us where you were born?
I was born in Paris.
Okay, so you're a Parisian.
Yeah.
For how long were you a Parisian?
Oh, I was born. Well, the thing is, you see, I lived there for a while, of course, with my parents, and then they sent me here to learn English. So England started to be very familiar to me, and I liked it better than France. I don't like the spirit in France. It hasn't changed. It's a beautiful country. I felt very blessed I was born there because the culture is very rich. Poetry. I love the poetry there, so it's a beautiful country. So I was surrounded by beauty, either intellectually or visually. So for me, it was a blessing. I was born there, but at the same time, I realized that I never felt I belonged. In fact, I never felt I belonged to any country.
Well, that's a nice feeling. That's a very free kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And you've carried that through life.
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
I'm an internationalist.
Well, it doesn't matter where I was born. You see,
Yeah.
for me, it's like it's just people get so attached to the culture and the tradition, and it prevents them in a way to evolve. And for me, it was okay. It's a situation. I was born here, make the best of it, but this is not where I belong.
How long have you been busking on the London Tube?
Oh, don't count. As I said, I started busking as a teenager.
Yeah.
So that was a long time.
So you've always been, all your life, music has been what you do. You're a performer. That's your job. That's your career. That's everything.
Well, I didn't see it as a job or career. It just happened that I was singing, and then I was taken on by a big record company right away.
Well, that's exciting.
Well, yes and no. I mean, what was exciting is that
I mean, at the time, you must have felt magical.
no, not at all, because um, I had reservation about big record companies, and I'm not. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, big record companies," and they. I did not know how they would deal with my music, you know, and myself. So, I mean, I have to tell you that because you remember I told you the first time I sang, this guy fell from his seat. Well, I was introduced to a woman, and she said, "Oh, call this person, you know." So I did, and this person was actually the president of a big record company. I kept calling and he said, "Okay, come today." So I came, and in his office, and again I remember vividly. So I was sitting on a couch, and I was singing on the chair. In the middle of the song, I was playing. Same. He fell on the floor, sitting on the floor, listening, and then when I finished, he left.
What, just left the room?
He left the room.
Okay, this is quite odd behaviour.
Yeah.
So he falls on
So,
the
no,
floor,
no, yeah.
and then he leaves the room.
Yeah, he fell
And then
on
you're
the
just-
floor
you're just-
listening, and he said, "Okay, wait."
And so you just sit there with the guitar thinking, what's going on?
Yeah, I was maybe go to the bathroom. And he came back,
Yeah.
and he said, "Keep on." So I kept on singing, and about 10 minutes later, even less, his secretary came with a big bouquet of flowers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
How very French. Was this in France?
He was in France, and
It
I
sounds
was,
to me very French.
and he said, "You know, for you it's going to be all or nothing."
What did he mean?
It means that it's going to be either you're going to be,
Amazingly popular,
yeah,
or it's going nowhere?
yeah.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
No, because he understood that my music was different.
Okay, so it might not be to everyone's taste.
It's not about, you know, what I realize is that it's not about the taste. The problem with record company is they want to sell an image.
Right.
They don't want to sell music, good music. They want to sell an image that people can relate to. So they want to fashion, they have to, you see, it's all about how you're going to sell yourself, your product. You become a product.
Now, as a young woman, what did you think about that?
The problem is that when somebody comes in a record company, they're happy to be shaped in the way the company wants to sell them. But for me, they did not know how to do that because it was different. I was different. So they did not know how to sell me. And if they tried to sell me the way they sell other people, it couldn't work. They had to find, in fact, one person, before that, which was interested in my music, said, "But you know, I wouldn't know what to do with you." It's great.
That's
but
kind of nice. It's nice to be unique and for people to say, "You're unique, we don't know how to put you in a box."
Yeah.
That must be a nice feeling because you're like, well, they understand that I'm different, that I'm special. It must almost reinforce your confidence.
Well, actually, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say it was a nice or a bad feeling, it was the way it was.
Right.
It's like, that's what I am. I can't, you know, change for you to sell me. I'm not, this is not. I mean, you know, if you're something, if you're a flower, and they want to sell garlic, you know, you're not going to change it to garlic. And
did this difference that you felt and the way people said we can't put you in a box, did this mean that you and the record companies did not forge a successful career together? You didn't actually end up staying with them, or did you make some records with them and try?
Well, I did some records with them. But,
Okay.
But the problem was that they did not know how to promote me
Right.
because I was not the normal person, you know.
When are we talking? Are we talking 1970s, 1980s, 1990s?
Yeah, I mean, no, it was all along. It was all along when you know, since I've been, it was always the same.
Like, okay, what decade did your musical career start?
It started, as I say, it started. Does it matter?
I'm just for listeners to understand the culture of the time.
Well, I have the same thing now.
Right.
You know, so it's not about a culture. So it's not because of a a time. It's normal. It's I'm not expecting anybody to like it. So it's always great for me when people do, and when they do, they really do. But
to have that self, as a performer, as a musician, someone who creates something, to do it in the way that you want to do it, but also understand that lots of people don't like it, does it not knock your confidence? Do you sometimes go, I want people to like my music, otherwise I'm not sure whether it's good enough or not? Does that ever come into how you think about it?
you know, the thing is, for me, it's not about just the music. It's like there is, I believe there is a message in the music. So I feel sad if people, no, it's not because they like or not my music, if they don't hear the message, you know. It's because a lot of people say, oh, it makes me feel different, you know. And that's what I want them to feel when they hear it. You know, they feel, oh wow, I like it. But there's something that attracts me. I mean, sometimes I play and people pass me by and they come back like drawn. You know,
Which is what I did.
yeah.
I heard you down the tunnel, and I came towards the sound because I was just walking to a tube and I heard the sound. I was like, I want to hear more of that.
Fusion of my love with yours only. Fusion of my love with yours only.
Have you gone through different phases in your career? So if I listen to everything you've ever recorded, would I hear different styles coming through? Or have you always maintained a particular direction with your music?
If you hear, whether it's my first or my last recordings, and you hear the songs, it's I mean, people are surprised because sometimes they think, oh, that's the style, you know. And then I play them something very jazzy, or which I wrote, or something. You wrote that? Yes. So it has always been. I mean, one of the very. I mean, I can play now songs. Even one of the very first songs I ever played, ever wrote. It's about leaving everything. And, you know, I don't want to take anything with me. I'm just leaving everything, my mind, my everything. And if it's not paradise that I find, it means I found much better. That was the very first song I wrote, you see. So that was the idea, if you want, of my music, where it goes. And the reason why I say that, because the idea of paradise and happiness, it's a concept. But what I wanted to find was something beyond concept. And I knew there was something to find. I did not know where. And that, for me, was the frustration for a long time.
Have you found it since?
Yes.
You have found it? Oh, that's great. Oh, suddenly there's a big smile on your face. Lucky you. So you've gone beyond paradise. Edwige, that's rare. Not many people can say that.
Yeah, exactly, because we have concept of things, and the truth is not a concept.
Can you describe to people listening what you did find beyond paradise, or is it not for, or can you not use words?
No,
for
no,
it?
of course I can use words. I can use a word, and the problem is that this word is a concept in people's mind, but I would call it God. Not the God of religion, not the God, the God of, in fact, it's when I started to, it was a big revelation because I didn't believe in God because God was religion, and religion was a no-no, absolutely no-no.
A no-no for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way it still is, but it's a no-no. So where to find it, I did not know. And one day I was really desperate, and I was crying. And the next day I received a letter from a friend from school, which I hadn't seen for a while, and she knew I was searching. And she said, because she was in a way a bit searching, and she said, there is an answer. And she told me about a movement based on so-called God, and I should go and find out. So I went, and I really felt there was something there. But so I accepted the idea of God, but not the group, not the way they manifested it, because it was
Because you're always an individual, Edwige. That's what comes out from your conversation. Always you have to do things in your own way, rather than be.
No,
part
it's
of
not.
it.
It's not my
Is
own
it
way.
that kind of like?
It has to. You see, it's like if you have a calling of something, what you find has to collate with that.
How have you reconciled your view of beyond paradise, the God as you understand it, which is not connected to religion, and the everyday? Does it give you like an inner peace every day, knowing that it's there? Can you always find that place within yourself, or does it sort of come in and out of focus for you?
No, that's the thing. It is the root. It is the reality. You see, it is the essence.
And does it drive you to constantly create more songs, to increase the number of songs you sing and the things you think about, and the things you believe? Is there always a hunger to try and distill it into words and music?
No, it has to be inspired. You see,
So your songs come from like a moment of inspiration.
yeah, I mean, it's like it's always inspiration, but at some point you put it in words. So there's a moment when it's ripe, to collect. But I feel it's always growing in me.
Oh, that's nice. Still, after many years of being a musician, you don't stop that hunger and that feeling of growing.
No, because for me it's more than just being a musician. It's expressing something vital. So I can't live without that. And if my way of expressing is through music, then it's expressed through music. So it's not something I control. I feel it's beyond my control. But of course, as I say, I'm the flute. I'm not the flutist. So all I need to do is be
So
clean.
you are the instrument.
Yeah, to be clean inside. The flute has to be clean, so the sound comes beautifully. So that's what I need. I need to have this connection and feel that I have this connection, and let this inspiration through me, do what it needs to do.
When I hear your light shines on me. When I praise your name, your lamp shines down.